What up, world? What up, me? This is Dre Wise. Come at like this Dre Wise topic this morning. Okay, topic is this for the people that exercise, that lift weights, that go to the gym on the regular, or have their own gym in their home. This is for you, the people that exercise and fitness and stuff. You know, it doesn't matter if you lift weights for a long period of time throughout the years, 15 years, 20 years, whatever. But if you're not eating right, it's such a waste. You know what I'm saying? It's such a waste. You know? It's people like me that works out at home, or go to the gym and lift weights, lift and hoist and do repetition and resistance, to strengthen the muscles, and the muscles will grow as you keep working out. The muscles will grow, I don't think there's no limit when it's going to stop growing, you know what I'm saying? But to keep it going as far as growth, you have to take certain things like protein and supplements and stuff like that. Creatine and stuff. That's what I think. If you want to take testosterone hormones, you can go to GNC or Vitamin World to get vitamins for testosterone. So the topic is, you have to eat right. So you have to eat right when you lifting weights. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're a person that lift weights, just lift and lift and lift, and you put on muscle, and you do not eat right at all, you're not going to look right. You're not. You know? Because you keep lifting and lifting and eating total garbage food, unhealthy food, McDonald's and Burger King and Rallies and Wendy's and stuff like that all the time, Chipotle and all the time. So while you lifting weights, you're not gonna look right. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna build muscularity doing that way, and your muscles is not going to show. You know what I'm saying? It's not. You know what I'm saying? You just gonna look plump. You know what I'm saying? Look thick. You know what I'm saying? Just look plump, thick, and you wouldn't have no definition in your arms or no muscularity look. You would not have that type of physique. You would not. You know what I'm saying? So when a person that lifts weights and stuff like that and eats right, eats right on a strict routine as a good habit of eating, you will look right. You know what I'm saying? Your muscles will show better. You have muscularity better. You know what I'm saying? So just like the bodybuilders, you know what I'm saying? On the off seasons of the bodybuilders, they train for Mr. Olympia, on the off season, they eat God knows what garbage, you know what I'm saying? And when that season comes about with Mr. Olympia, time to train, they started shredding up, they started slimming down and gaining muscularity, you know what I'm saying? And all off season, they do all types of stuff, you know what I'm saying? Eat all whatever, garbage, Now, I can say this for example. My brother, you know what I'm saying? My brother, he goes to the gym. You know what I'm saying? He lifts weights and stuff. But if you look at my brother, you know what I'm saying? He does not has no sign of muscularity. He doesn't have no definition in his arms. He don't. He weighs like 200 or 195 at the height of 5'8". You know what I'm saying? That's too heavy. You know what I'm saying? So I told him many times. He tell me, well, I'm gonna get ripped. I'm gonna get ripped. I said, how can you get ripped when you eating garbage? You know what I'm saying? True enough, you going to the gym, but you eating garbage and you drinking so much sugar as far as all this Gatorade, this Powerades, and all this sugar products. You know what I'm saying? You eating wrong. You eat pizza stuff like that. How you gonna gain muscularity and look ripped when you still do this? You can't do it. You know what I'm saying? You can't. You cannot turn the switch on and say, oh, okay, I'm going to look ripped, and while I'm still eating pizza, and while I'm still eating this and that. You can't do it. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to look muscular eating that type of food. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to show any definition eating that type of food. You're not, So, like me, what I'm saying? I eat food. I don't drink pop anymore. I don't drink Hawaiian, but I don't drink Powerade or Gatorade. I don't drink none of that sugar stuff. I just drink water now. You know what I'm saying? And I'm eating leaner meat and fruits and vegetables. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, for real, I have more muscularity than my brother does. If you go on my Facebook page, you know what I'm saying, or my Instagram, Dre Wise, you know what I'm saying, go on there and you will see for yourself. On the profile picture of my Facebook, you can see I look ripped, I look muscular. On my Instagram, same way, I look muscular, I think that's the appropriate way to look in anyways of showing muscularity. You look muscular, you know what I'm saying? So that's how I look at it. When you lift weights, you know what I'm saying? When you lift weights, you have to eat right. You know what I'm saying? You cannot stray away from that. You know what I'm saying? You cannot stray away and eat that garbage. You cannot do it. You know what I'm saying? You can't. You know what I'm saying? The moment you keep eating that garbage food, that food it starts to form in the layers of the muscle. You know what I'm saying? Your rippedness, your muscularity, your physique of muscularity that shows your body and stuff like that, shows your abs and your arms and things like that. That fills in them areas. You know what I'm saying? It fills it in. It make you thicker. Look like a power lifter or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Some power lifters, they look like bodybuilders. But some of them, they look like they eat God, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. It don't matter how long you exercise, far as lift weights. It doesn't matter how long. But the key thing is to eat right. You know what I'm saying? Is to eat right. Before, when I was in high school, like my junior and senior year, you know what I'm saying? My diet was terrible. You know what I'm saying? I never ate no fruits and vegetables in my diet. I always ate meat. You know what I'm saying? Did not do no cardio at all at the time. I did not. I always just lift weights, lift. Eat meat. I was foolish at that time. You know what I'm saying? So back then, true enough, I had size. You know what I'm saying? But now and then, at the time, I did not have muscularity at all. I did not have muscularity. I just had size. And when I was going to school, I was walking back and forth, so that had a little something on me. But it wasn't like that. You know what I'm saying? Like now that I'm older, I'm more disciplined now, and I have to go by a principle. The principle is, because I lift weights, you know what I'm saying? I lift and hoist and do repetition and resistance. I lift, you know what I'm saying? And I must go by this way or rule. I have to eat right and stay on that. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's how I look at it. It's people that go to the gym right now. People that go to the gym right now still eats that garbage food. And I see it with my own eyes. When I go to the gym, I see guys, their arms don't look like they have definition. They have bulging stomach. They look thick and plump and stuff like that. Yeah, true enough, you can tell they lift weights, but they doesn't have no muscularity. You know what I'm saying? Muscularity. They don't. You know what I'm saying? Some guys that go to the gym still smoke cigarettes. You know what I'm saying? For real, I saw this. So if you look at bodybuilders, you know what I'm saying? Bodybuilders, Arnold Schwarzenegger. That's why Arnold Schwarzenegger dominated the Mr. Olympia at that time, long time ago, because he trained himself. You know what I'm saying? He trained himself. He on a discipline instead about food. You know what I'm saying? That he stayed away from. But on the off season, he did plumped up. You know what I'm saying? Not obese, fat, plumped up, but it got thicker. But that's why Luke Ferrigno could not beat Arnold Schwarzenegger in Mr. Olympia. You know what I'm saying? Because Arnold had more of a muscularity. He was more ripped. He had more definition than Luke Ferrigno. Well, Arnold said this in Pump Iron. He said, talking about Luke Ferrigno, he said, well, if food is there, he's there. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. if you look at bodybuilders now, they when they go on the off season, you know what I'm saying, the off season, and when they go about to compete, they start shedding that weight, you know what I'm saying, and getting muscular and getting ripped, you know. So I look at that like I saw a picture of Breach Warren and Joe Cutler and Heath Philip Heath. They look like they've been eating, you know what I'm saying, but not eating like just sitting around getting so fat. No, obese. No, they've been eating because they don't look like they was in the competition, you know what I'm saying, because they're on the off season and they look thicker, like, you know, they're thicker, not ripper, you know, because I think they go by the off season, you know what I'm saying, that's they are not competing whatever, and they just eat whatever, and then competition season come around, that's where they get cracked on it, you know what I'm saying, say, oh, it's time to handle business, you know what I'm saying. But I think if I'm a bodybuilder, the way you see me in the magazines or see me on stage, I'm gonna still look like that regardless. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna, you know, eat God knows what and make me look bulky and plump, thick looking like that. You know what I'm saying? But bulk to me is it's a size thing, but bulking to me is when you don't necessarily have to eat the bulk. To me, it's like you take in a lot of protein. That's bulking to me. You know, because I take stuff like mass gainers and stuff like that. And mass creatine and creatine pills and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what I do. You know what I'm saying? Because you could take the mass gainer with milk, but I choose not to. I choose to take it with water, the lesser calorie. You know what I'm saying? But you still get the result. But you know, but as far as creatine, I take creatine the powder and take creatine the pills. Creatine does this, you know, so which I like. You know, so I'm starting seeing signs in my arms and my body and stuff like that. Creatine does this, you know. It takes water from the body and put it in the muscle, you know. And after it does that, the water from the muscle goes back into the body again. I like that. So that means that you take the creatine, the water is absorbed from the body into the muscle. It kind of pumps you up, you know, make you look swollen, you know. That's why I started to see. That's why I think, you know, that's why I take creatine. But you have to know how to take creatine the proper way. If you don't know how to take it, you go hurt yourself, make yourself go in dehydration or something like that. You have to drink water, drink plenty of water for creatine. So, yeah. But like I said, you know, when you lift weights, you know what I'm saying? When you lift weights, lifting hoists and stuff like that, repetition, and you build your muscles and you strengthen your muscles, you have to eat right. You know what I'm saying? You have to eat right. You know what I'm saying? Don't drink no sugary products. You know what I'm saying? None of that. No fried food, no soul food, nothing like that. No fast food, which is fast food and no good food at all because it's undone food. You know what I'm saying? Stay away from that, you know? So, the key thing is, you can lift weights all you want to, but the key thing is to eat right. You know what I'm saying? More fruits and vegetables. You know what I'm saying? Leaner meat. You know? That is bison, duck, turkey. You know what I'm saying? Chicken breast. You know? Those things like that, you know what I'm saying? Bison is lean, you know what I'm saying? Bison is not beef, you know what I'm saying? Beef is harder and it's tougher, you know what I'm saying? It's longer to digest in your system, you know? So that's what the food I like to eat, you know what I'm saying? Bison, and I'm gonna try duck, and you know what I'm saying? I like turkey and chicken breast, you know what I'm saying? And fruits and vegetables and water. Dre Wise Topics. I am Dre Wise. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to comment about what I just said. You know what I'm saying? If you want to. Like, share, subscribe. Peace.